Good morning, student. In a previous video, we had discussed about the structure of rules and regulations, that is formal and informal. We had discussed about formal structure, its features, advantages and its limitation. Now, the turn of the next topic, that is informal structure, as written on the board. Today, we discuss it about its features, its advantages and limitation. Before starting with these three topics of this informal structure, first of all, we find out what is the actual meaning of informal organization. Informal organization emerges from within the formal organization. That means जहां पर हमारी formal organization रहती है वहीं पर ही एक part इसका informal organization होता है. For example, if we take the example of a school, then school and principal follow the formal structure. But when we take the leader in between you, that is your monitor. Okay, that is a part of informal structure because monitor always take the decision as advantageous to the whole class. Okay, so similarly, same informal organization and within the formal, when the people interact beyond their officially defined rules, that means their forms of relationship, their forms of communication is beyond the limits, because you are discussion in groups, you are taking your views, giving your views, then there is a no red letter mark that you have to follow, and based on their interaction and the friendship, they tend to form group which show conformity in terms of interest. Okay, now see the features of this structure of informal. The first feature is it is originates. The informal originate within the formal organization as a result of personal interaction among employees. The first feature is personal interaction. Personal interaction is there because there is a group norms also. The second is the standard of behavior evolved from a group norms rather than officially laid down by rules and regulation. That means personal structure is there. That means they are always in favor of group norms. Okay, as the group suggests, as the beneficial for the group, they will take that particular decision. The third is independent channel of communication. That means there is a no fixed line of communication that they have to follow. So independent chain of communication. No dependency of the channel. They don't have to follow the particular channel that pass the information to the top and top management after discussing, giving the feedback. Direct feedback is there. The fourth point is it emerges spontaneously and is not deliberate, created by the management. That means not deliberate. Next, come to the next point, that is it has no definite structure or form of business. That means no complex structure. कोई complex structure नहीं है. इसकी ये सभी advantages हैं कि आपको कोई different structure नहीं use करना, authority responsibility कुछ नहीं है. आप सब आपस में ही अपना जो है जो भी beneficial है आपके लिए as well as organization के लिए, you can take this decision. Now come to the next topic of this informal, that is about advantages. Advantages refers to the benefits what we have follow according to with respect to organization as well as group or the employees. The first feature, the first advantages, prescribed lines of communication are not followed, thus informal leads to faster spread of information as well as quick feedback. So we will give the heading is quick feedback. That means there is a no dependency कि top management अपनी feedback देगी after analysis तो फिर हम लोग लेंगे. No, they are taking just a meeting, the situation and the problem they have to face, they discuss that problem with each other and give them suggestion. They take the suggestions from the on the spot. Okay, the next is it has fulfilled the social needs. Social needs, fulfilling of social need, that means इसका जो heading बना लेते हैं हम बनाते हैं social welfare. That means that is just similar as group norms. देखिए बिल्कुल आमने सामने से लिखा है, जो मैटर आपको ग्रुप नॉर्म्स में लिखना है वही सोशल वेलफेयर में आपके यहाँ पर है, क्योंकि सोशल वेलफेयर तो सोसाइटी से ही रहेगा. नेक्स्ट थर्ड पॉइंट इज इट कंट्रीब्यूट टुवर्ड फुलफिलमेंट ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑब्जेक्टिव बाय कंपनसेटिंग फॉर इनएडिक्वेंसीज इन द फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेंसी. तो इसमें यहाँ लिखेंगे, इसकी जो हेडिंग बनेगी फुलफिलिंग फॉर्मल इनएडिक्वेंसीज. दैट मीन्स जो भी कमियां रह जाती हैं हमारे इसमें फॉर्मल में वो इस इनफॉर्मल को फॉलो करते हैं, तो वो इनएडिक्वेंसीज दैट मीन्स जितने भी उसके ड्रॉबैक्स हैं वो फुलफिल होकर आ जाते हैं फॉर्मल इनफॉर्मल में. Now, despite of all these advantages, all these features, there are certain limitations also, and these are, the first point is, it is against the interest of the formal organization. That means they are ignoring the organizational objective. Sometimes the group norms make a pressure on the top management to follow the instructions as they are given, and sometimes it is unfavorable to the organization, and sometimes give the loss, that was monetary fund loss. The second point is, the management may not be successful implementing the changes if the informal organization opposes them. Such resistance to change may delay or restricts growth. So that means यहाँ पर आएगा delay in growth, because they are make the pressure on the management to give the decision on their favor, and sometimes it is not beneficial for the organization per se. The next is pressurize the members to conform a group expectations. This can be harmful to the organization if the norms set by the groups are against organizational interest. So that means यहाँ पे आ जाएगा against organizational interest. So that means informal में जो ज्यादा से ज्यादा, अब जो हमारा कंक्लूजन है वो यही है कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा जो कंफर्ट जोन देखा जाता है वो एम्प्लॉइज और उनके रिगार्डिंग देखा जाएगा, जहां पर ज्यादा से ज्यादा जो लॉस है वो किसको उठाना पड़ता है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को. तो अगेंस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इंटरेस्ट. अब ये इंटरेस्ट उसकी ग्रोथ को लेकर भी हो सकता है, और वर्किंग क्राइटेरिया को भी हो सकता है, और फंक्शनल को भी लेकर हो सकता है. तो दीज आर द 5 फीचर्स, 3 advantages and 3 limitations of this topic, and you have to be learn this, make notes, because case study will be come, और उसमें जो आपको डिसाइड करना होगा कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आइडेंटिफाई करना होगा कि पहले तो किस स्ट्रक्चर की बात हो रही है, फंक्शनल की या डिविजनल की. दैट मीन्स ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ लाइन ऑफ प्रोडक्शन है कि नहीं. Second thing, then if it is related to rules or regulation of an enterprises of an organization, then it should be a formal or informal. You have to identify. So make notes of this topic and write down these questions according to the headings, not as a points. Okay, this is the topic of today. Bye bye.